Hey everyone, my name is Vin Pham, and I am going to present my poem for the love of 9/11 for the Freedom Project. Okay, here it goes. I remember the day my father told me about planes and buildings. I hadn't known any better. I thought about paper airplanes and the wind that carried them ever so gracefully. And as the years passed and the ages increased, I remember the annual silence, the quiet times as we would bow our heads down, the times when we would hold each other and pray, the times that we started to understand. Then I remembered people cried, that sadness running down their cheeks innocently, and the screams in not only their silences but also in their grievances of anger. I remember crying with them, watching the replays, the skies falling heavy and hard, the clouds so gray and dead that the only thing that you could see was smoke and smoke. The horrific scene as people ran for their lives without a destination, but away. The phone lines were down and the only thing anyone could do was wait and wait and wait. For families, for friends, for lovers. I remember the stories, the lovers that met each other that day, the couple that saw no fear and smiled as the plane faced them, the promises that were made and broken those days, how the children were promised to be taken to the zoo and husbands who promised to come home early that night, the day that no one had expected to come had came. I remember the horror, the anger and the rage for war, the feeling of hope being stripped away, the little pieces of heaven turning to dust, the cries on the battlefield and the sense of injustice and justice, the scars deeper than the skin, the sons that lost their fathers, and the daughters making videos crying, praying, wishing for everything taken away from them to be given back to them. The empty graduation seats, the used tissues, the heavy burdens, the missed weddings. But then I remembered the heroes, the first immediate response team running into what they did not know with and without fear, the people who ran towards the debris with bare hands digging out the rubble, the strangers who grabbed their shovels rushing to save the trapped and lost, the firemen who gave up their breathing mask, and the civilians leaving their lives just to help. I remembered the world, the way they prayed for us, the candlelit nights that shined brighter than a fire on a dark night, the hope that was given for humanity, the way people came together to honor us, to comfort us, people who shared the same goals and visions, a word of peace and love, the unity that connected each and every one of us to each other. Then I remembered that even though we suffered, even though we lost our lives, even though we lost hope, even though our hearts, dreams, and purposes died, we were able to rise again, together and stronger than ever. Never surrender. Well, that's it, guys. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and thank you to the first immediate response team, and we rest in peace to the victims of 9/11 and hope for their families. Thank you.